everyone, it's Rachel here, and we are going to continue on with this cute little journal. And just got to jiggy it a little bit. As I said, I don't want it to become too chunky. That's it. So last time we did this little flip. I love using these. Like anyone else would, not us, but other people would just chuck those out thinking they're not worth anything once you've used the pages. But I think they're wonderful. So we've got that in that pocket, which I love. Oh, I was going to punch that. That's dry now. Where's my $1 million question? Oh, all the way over there. Okay, here I am. I was going to punch a hole in there. Let's do that. Excuse me. And just a little one, I think. And I'm going to put some string through there, I think. Okay. I might even put it through like that and just put a, oh, I like that. I haven't done that before. There we go. Look at that. Okay, cool. And that can just peekaboo out the top. I've got that pocket there. I'm going to leave that. Just remembering. And I left that, so that was the name of the painting. I think I may, oh, I could add, why don't we add a tag there? Let me see. Oh, that's an important bit. Let me see, what do I have here? That's all plain book pages. I just wanted to say, I don't think I have any tags in here, do I? I might add that. I wanted to use that the last time and I didn't, so I'm going to tear this one down. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. Hope you're staying cool. We're sweltering again. As I said, it's not going away anytime soon. And it would be good to know, remember back how long I've been saying it for, because then we would realize how long it's been happening. If you can hear that hum, that is, oh, what I could add it to is this. No. Yes? Because it's got that on the reverse side. Why not? Actually, I've got a single one somewhere because I used it, didn't I? Let's see. Here it is. Got it. Okay. Yes, I've been saying it for a while, so we all know that it's been going on. I'm going to tear it down a little bit smaller than what it is. And this is from Sharon Hearth. Let's see if there's anything on that. Oh, I'll keep that. And I'll get rid of all of that. Okay. Oh, no, I might have to keep that. I like those bits. Right. So this here I'm going to glue there. Oh, I'm going to glue it in close. I need to tear it down just a little bit more. So I might tear it on this edge because it's going to crash. There we go. Now this is something, I haven't done this before. So we're going to glue this on here. So let's put this under here so we don't get glue everywhere, and put the glue on there. And then, oops, I do have a smoosh of glue there. We'll get, excuse me, things get out of my way. Just get that over there. Take that off. Okay. Must have been a bit sticky. And I'm just going to put this here. I've probably put too much glue. Like so, and fold that down. Cool, that's all right. And then I'm going to glue that on. I love that. Love it. I need to take some of these, the white off. There we go. So let's get the glue on here. So how is everyone? I hope you all had a lovely weekend. We're just been busy trying to move back into our home stuff. Let's call it that. Trying to move back into my home. Not ready yet, but hopefully by the end of the week we will be. Might even leave it so I can see a little bit of the writing. Love it. Okay, and I might add some faux aged sticky tape. Like so. Cool. And there we have an extra. Do we want a little bit of something down there? Maybe. Piece of this. If I can get it off. And there we go. Okay, so that's that. We did that. Oh, here, I needed to decide, first of all, I might make that into some sort of little tuck thing. I just had to snip that off because it was crashing. So I need to grab this and glue my little pocket in place. It's a little tuck. And just to strengthen it, you know what I'm going to do to strengthen it? I'm going to put that over the top to strengthen it. I love that. You know I love it. And if you don't know, you should, because I put it everywhere. There we go. Cool. And you can still see the little bit of the design underneath, and that is not going to break. I don't know if I might need to have some sort of belly band. I don't think so. Like if I put some, oh, I was going to fill my pockets as I went, wasn't I? Well, I've got this little tag that I made that I think will look nice. Little sort of faux postcard. I think that's nice there. So let's keep on. That's just, let's put a little tab on there, a whale tail tab. So what do I want to punch? I might punch it from book page, because there's quite a lot of pattern going on there. And it's very thin book page, so it won't bulk up or anything like that. It's pretty sticky. Okay. And then what's next? Here I might put, oh, I think I like the colours of that. I'm going to put that doily there. I need to remember to use my doilies. Can you hear the humming of my fan? It's very loud. It's very loud for me. I don't know if you can hear. You can probably hear the fan more than you can hear me. And I'll put that there like that. Okay. Let's see. I like that. I might just put a little piece. You'll have smaller pieces, like different ones. Because that long piece can be more useful. And I do have little bits and pieces flying around. It's just a matter of finding them. I can't see them anywhere. Oh, I like that. Well, that's a bit random, isn't it? I just like the colour. Get rid of that sticky piece of paper. And do we want any of this anywhere? No, not really. Okay. Okay, so we've got decorations, so maybe we could have a little something on here. Oh, I never used this, did I? Well, that would be pretty, but that will be maybe just a piece. But I kind of wanted to put like a some sort of pocket or envelope. Just have it sticking out a tiny bit. Okay, so that's going on there, and that's super pretty. And then I want some sort of something. Oh, I don't know what. Oh, what about that? Let's tear that straight. Oops. I'm going to make a little. This is tissue. This is not tissue paper. It's tracing paper. So it's a bit thin, but we'll see how I feel about it. It's very pretty, and I think it goes really well with that. So I'm going to put that in as a pocket. I'm going to get my quick drying ones just so it'll take a hold faster. I don't have to sit there for a long time and sort of fuss with it. So I'm going to be careful not to make it too tight a pocket. Okay, and we need to put something in it. Oh, so hot. So I would kind of like some sort of book page pocket. Not book page, what am I saying? Book page tag. So I'm just going to move this aside for a second. I will have to refer to it for the size of my tag, but I'm going to do the foldy over one. So I'm going to fold that over. I don't want it to be too wide, so let's just have a look. And that is going to be good. I need to fill this up again. I've got a nice big thing of refill for this glue, which is great. I should fill it up, and then I've got to start packing boxes so I can start packing the things that I haven't been pulling out and using as much. Sorry for the shaky, and I don't want my tag to be that tall, so I'm going to tear off here. Actually, I could make that into a little mini tag. Oh, excuse me, I know, pathetic. Yep, that's good. Okay, so on the back we put some sort of paper that can be written on, and I quite like this bit here of this one. Don't need to put my ruler away. I think I'll keep this bit where there's a bit more contrast. Now I'll just put a crease. Then I like the fact that you can see the book page on the edges. Right. Even my glue is melting. Okay. Then we'll find something pretty to put on the front. There we go. And we're going to snip off our corners. We can do that now. Oh, I don't like that bit there. And I just need to get rid of some of that glue. Okay. Oh, I'm all over the place. No. I have this lovely piece. No. What else do I have flying around here? I don't want that. Here's sideways. Let's just see what's in here. Oh, I love these. I might put that on there. I am going to put a little something of, I might just I'm going to hand tear this one. This one was quite broken. You know, the lacy part. It's incredible. They really were incredible, these old communion cards. I want it to be raggedy. Okay, so that's going to go on there, but I feel like I would like something else with it. Maybe a little bit of this. I'm loving these colours. Maybe just that. Yeah, down there. Okay, and put that up there. Yes, that's going to be good. Okay, so that's going to go there. Right. And then I'm going to put a little thing up there and, you know, punch the little hole like we've done before. And I want to have a little bit of colour, I think. So let's see what scraps I have here. Oh, a little bit of blue. Now I might just fold it a little. Oh, it's gonna cover that anyway. It's okay. Isn't that pretty though? I'm gonna put that there. So I'm just going to grab a glue page, and when that dries, because I seem to struggle if I don't let it dry, I seem to struggle punching a hole. I'm going to punch a hole, and I may put a little bit of lace or something in there. Isn't that cute? very happy with that. Very pretty. Put that in there. Oh, here I think all I'm going to do is just put a strip of something. Not that one. What have I got here? I have, oh, I quite like that there. I think I'll put that. Oh no, it just gives it a bit of interest. And I can keep this little piece. This is perfect for the top of our tag. So let's glue this. These were the bits that I tore off the pages, and I'm glad I put them aside because they do come in handy. So I was asked, do I feel guilty about pulling books apart? And the answer to the question is yes and no. It depends on the book. So if a book is like a type of book that it's really hard to find, like I have found, actually I haven't showed you those yet, they're downstairs, but when I move back into my other place I'll show you. I found some botanical books, and they are in English, and they're from the 1800s, and they're not in great condition. I might repair them and I'll put them in my bookshelf, I think. Yeah, I'll probably put them in my bookshelf. I think I'm going to put that there. Do I want maybe, oh no, that's thick. Yeah, I'll probably put them in my bookshelf when our bookshelf is done in the TV room. And those types of books that are hard to come by, I would not probably have trouble tearing them up. Now, if I were to find that I put them in my bookshelf and I never, oh, maybe I like that side more. I do. If I were never to even ever look at them, I might decide it's time to tear them apart. But those types of books, like I have some also that I put them away. I always keep, I keep a little stash of old books. And then when something else comes in that I also love, I won't say that I love it more because I don't love them more. I love them all the same. I will take one out of my, if I want to keep it for a little bit, I'll take one out of my bookshelf. I'll put that one up for sale, and I will keep the other one for a little while. But okay, so if a book is rare, like ones with illustrations or something like that, and they're particularly interesting to look at, then no, I don't tear them up. If a book is really grungy and falling apart, no problem whatsoever. Doesn't even matter how beautiful the pages are. If it's falling apart, I will tear it apart. I have no problem with that. If a book is, I do pull apart ones that are still in good condition as well, because sometimes they're of a topic that's not really of any interest to me. The cover's pretty, so I want to use the cover. They're one of many volumes, so I have no, and they when they're one of many volumes, which is the key here. If you don't have a complete set of books, like if they're one of 10 or 12 or 20, they have no value. It's like having a set of Chippendale chairs. 2 Chippendale chairs might cost blah blah, and then if you have 12 Chippendale chairs, like dining chairs, then they are not going to be 12 by blah blah. They're going to be 12. They're going to have a huge value because you've got a complete set of chairs. It's the same thing with books. If you've got a complete set of books, then they have, an enormous value. And so when I'm purchasing books at the antique markets, because I know that I'm going to possibly sell them on to you guys, or I'm going to be tearing them apart and altering them, it has happened to me. There were some wonderful books at the antique market. Besides the man, I didn't buy them. One, because the man was really rude, and so I said, I'm not giving you my money, bye-bye. And my mother-in-law was like chomping at the bit, like she wanted me to buy them, and I'm like, nope, he's rude, I'm not buying them. On principle, I won't buy from rude people. Anyway, so I think, I wanted to put something here. I think I might even put it right there. I just wanted a little bit of something there. Yeah, so he had these, I think they were from the 1700s, I can't remember, some were the early 1800s, and they were full sets, all of the tomes. They were all of the tomes. So, and I said to Mum, and she really wanted to me to buy them, but they were expensive. Like, it's expensive. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if you're getting the whole set of tomes, that's expensive. And they were beautiful. They absolutely were beautiful. But I had to think about it because I wasn't going to, they were big books. So it wasn't like I was going to say, oh, I'll buy them and then I'll sell them on, because they were huge. Like, they were big books. And there was no way I was going to be shipping those, number one. Number two, I wasn't going to pull them apart because they were a full set of books from the 1700s. I'm not pulling those apart. They were in great condition. They had the parchment covers. And so, no, I didn't buy them because I thought they're just going to take up space, even though they're, oh, isn't that beautiful? They're going to take up space. I'm not going to look at them. I'll just look at the covers. I might occasionally pull them down, but there's, they're religious books, and yes, they're beautiful. They've got the beautiful notes in them. But I have some of those books, and I love them. But I don't, I bought individual ones that were a set of many, and I didn't pull them apart, and I've got them. I think my mother-in-law gifted me. I've got a really old one from the 1500s. I showed you that in a long time ago in a video. From that same market, I bought that. They're not always there, those people, but he was very rude this time, this man. So no, I didn't purchase them because they, as I was saying, we're talking about tearing apart books. They, we're a complete set. So I do have scruples. I won't destroy anything that's a complete set. I did once have a 12 volumes of a Voltaire. I'm going to start flip through and see what else I want to do. A Voltaire. They were Voltaire books. They were in French, but they were 12, but they weren't complete. So I didn't pull them apart, but I did sell them. I had no problem selling them and separating them. Some people bought two because they weren't complete. If they're not complete, I have no issue. If something's complete, unless I'm going to keep it, I'm not going to buy it because I'm not going to break it up. I'm not going to break up the books. I'm not going to break up the set because that would be a shame. You don't often get full sets. And I'd have to really be in love with them to purchase them and have them take up space in my small apartment. So yeah, so let's reiterate. So don't feel guilty pulling, so this is how I see it. Don't feel guilty pulling apart books that are no longer a complete set, that are in bad condition, that are of a topic that nobody is interested in. If they're in good condition, be honest with yourself. Would you like to, some of them, I keep some of them in my bookshelf because they have beautiful spines. And all in a row, they do look lovely. And I know some of you have been collecting up books, and I had this lovely client who was just gorgeous, and I'm very sad. Her husband wrote to me. She bought so many books, and she said, I have all these books I bought from you, and I'm not tearing them up. I'm collecting. And I'm like, have you put them in your bookshelf? And she said, oh, I hadn't put them in my bookshelf. She said, and then she put them in her bookshelf, and she said, oh my God, they look beautiful. And she sent me a photograph, which was really sweet. But unfortunately, and she was triple vax, but she, I think she must have had underlying health conditions, and she unfortunately passed away. And I was so sad. And my husband, Steffi, was so sad. He was like, that's the blonde lady. And he knew, and that's a blonde lady, and he knew exactly who she was, and we were both really sad about her because she would write lovely messages and just the nicest person. Anyway, these things have happened. I think she was a little bit older, so she was a grandma, and so she didn't go like early, not like a 30-year-old or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's still always sad, but I don't want to take away from that. But she had fun, is all I wanted to say. Anyway, so yes, she was collecting them and putting them in her bookshelf. But yeah, so going back to tearing up the books, I would say, I want to put something else in here. I would say that if they're in great condition and you love the book, then don't tear it up. If it's in great condition, but you have to, it's going to sit in your bookshelf and you're never going to look at it, you need to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm never going to pull that out of my bookshelf. It's going to sit there and collect dust. Well, I'm going to get more enjoyment out of the book by using the pages and I might put one of these in. I was very annoyed that they put sticky tape on them. I'm going to put one of these. Isn't that beautiful? I probably should scan that. 1937, probably not scannable. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to put that. Will that fit? No, it won't fit. It's too wide. So I'll find something else. Just a sec. I do have this lovely little cover. Put that, no. Yeah, so if you've got to be honest with yourself, am I going to look at that? Is that going to bring me joy in my bookshelf? And then if the answer is yes, leave it there. If the answer is no, let's put some original script. If the answer is no, and you're going to find more joy from tearing it up and altering it, I say go for it. Those are the questions I ask myself. You know, it's like cutting up lace. So, you know, is the lace going to sit in the drawer? Is the doily going to sit in the drawer? Are you going to use the doily? Is anybody getting any enjoyment from the doily? If the answer is no, maybe don't cut it up and put it in whole. But yeah, find a new use for it because there's no point in it sitting in the drawer. I'm just flipping through now. I feel like I might have finished. Because as I said, I didn't want to add too much. I love that. That's like my favorite. I think I might be able to punch my hole now. Yeah. So that's where I find my scruples for ripping up books. You know, and this is not an invitation for the book police to come and get me. I'm not interested. Each to their own. That's my view on it. We all see things differently. Of course, there are librarians and book lovers that just think we're crazy. We have one of our best friends here. He's an architect. They're wonderful people. And he, at first when he knew what I was doing, he was like, oh, you can't do that. And I had to assure him. I showed him. I said, look, you know, what am I going to do with this? What are you going to do with it? Look at the condition of this book. Someone's even let it, you know, I can never get this thing back in its box. You know, some of them are in terrible state. They've got watermarks on them. They've got borderline mold on them. So I feel like I'm doing the book a favor, giving it a new life. So that's my view on it. Yeah, as I said, I'm not interested in anyone having a go. I'll just delete your comment and block you. So if you want to do that, you can go for it. But I think that we are saving things from landfill. If you saw the condition of some of the things that I buy and pull apart, you'd understand. You'd even be thinking, why are you bothering with that? Why are you even pulling that apart? And I'm like, well, because there's some nice pages in there. And why would I throw it out? Because it's old. It can be appreciated. You know, one time when our French friend came to see us, I had these rag paper philosophy books. And I had sold some of them actually. They weren't complete, so they really, to a collector, were of no interest. I love that. Isn't it wonderful the texture that the twine gives things? And he was like, oh, and I said, look, it's never even been read before. It was one of those ones with all the drama. You know what? He wanted to read it. He's actually a very clever, super intellectual sort of person, and he wanted to read the book. And I said, Pascal, let me gift it to you. Take it. And then I thought I had sold them all. I only had like 3 or 4, and I thought I didn't have any more. I think that's done, guys. Should we do a quick flip through? And he took it, and he was so happy, and he's read it. It was they were philosophy books, and he read it. And then I found I had another volume, and I wish that I had seen it when he was visiting us. So note to self, when you want to flip the page, just give it a little tug and let it open. And I would have given him the other one as well, because was something like these, but not this one. It was a bigger one. It had a yellow cover, I think, from memory. But I gave it to him because it gave him joy. So, you know, I can't read French, and I probably wouldn't enjoy reading it so much. So, yeah, so I was so happy for it to go to someone who enjoyed it. I love that. That's like one of my favorite bits, I think. So that was a really quick little thing. That came together really quickly, that little journal. And, you know, I didn't over embellish it. I think that it could be embellished further, like you could add some more pockets or something. This is borderline needing a belly band just to hold everything in place. But, you know, I just left it. It can grow afterwards. So I was thinking, you know, you could use like a sari silk there, but I think if the sari silk were, maybe use the bigger hole punch if you were going to do the sari silk, because sari silk is thick and this is, you know, quite thick. So I feel like maybe sari silk might be more difficult to manage. I was thinking about this string, but I think this string might be too small. It might, you know, be more tearing, cutting into it. Whereas this one's sort of fat and soft, if you know what I mean. That flips out. So that was I became a bit of a bloody blast, thinking I had nothing to say, and then I just went on about my book pages because I remembered that I have already answered the lovely lady. She was nice. She said she had pulled apart her book and she felt guilty. And she said, did I ever feel guilty? And of course I feel guilty sometimes. Sometimes there are books that I pull apart that are borderline, but then I'm honest, then I think about it. Then I said to, as I said to, I think, well, am I ever going to look at that? You know, what am I going to do with that? Is it going to bring me joy? Is it going to bring anybody else joy? And then that's my deciding factor. So there it is. I love that. It's done. It's complete. And it was super easy and super fast. A great fun thing for a beginner to do, I think. I mean, the only thing you have to be a little bit thing is with the holes. But, you know, you draw your holes from the cover onto each bit, and then you should get them in the right spot. So, and it's, you know, it's quite a, it's a little notebook that sort of, there is a bit of leeway with it. Like, you know, a little bit of forgiveness if you make a boo-boo. Like, things aren't perfect. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a lovely Monday, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.